melodic.
Nothing's...
Ow! No! Can't you hear the sweet, sweet music?
Okay, we are live now. Sick.
Rad.
Yeah, there's
All right.
an ad.
Nobody
Yeah,
say
right on
anything
time.
racist. Just don't do it.
Bake your potatoes.
Oh my
All
God, he
the
did it.
potatoes.
He did. Oh my goodness, my
Mm,
girlfriend
and
is
stew.
worse. She just said anything racist.
You just told her not to say that.
I just told her not to say that.
That's messed up, yo.
That is honestly very
I
uncool.
thought we, I came to Utah so that women would listen to me.
That's fair.
Yikes, indeed. That's a very yikesy thing.
All right.
Yikes, 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 yikesing. Da, da, da.
Nate, do you have a promo copy that you're distributing? Or
I was
should
getting
I
ready
make
to
one?
make one.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to make one, you can. I never get the episode name or anything because, like, with Twitter, it's very short, and I never remember the names of the episodes.
Oh yeah, we don't
them.
necessarily have to have the episode name. It's fine to just
No.
be like, "Come watch."
I don't even know, like, do we even have, like, a self-promotion channel in Fiends and Friends?
I thought we did.
Just-
Community promotion.
Is that what it is? It's just weird because when it says community promotion,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess we are the community, so.
Well, yeah, everybody is the community.
No, I'm the community.
Yeah, okay.
Me! Just me! That's
Ooh.
right. Type
Yeah,
it up.
sing me that song. Sing me the song of your people, Liam.
Ah,
Are we on teams together?
Sing me
No,
that song.
we're not.
We're not a team with you, Lamb. Friggin' Lamb over here.
Jonathan is going to betray you.
Stab him right in the jugular.
Yeah, stab this child in the jugular. Quote
Yeah,
Nathan.
we're gonna have child Mortal Kombat.
Quote Nathan Felton. Isn't it just called Child Combat?
Nah, because it's gotta be to the death. So it's gotta be mortal.
So if you have Trial by Combat, can you have Child by Combat?
So is that
I
just
mean,
like
yeah, but that's
a
a
very
If you're doing it right.
place that we don't
intense romp?
know.
I mean, I think you can have combat that both parties are in on.
Yeah.
If you arrange it beforehand, you're like, all right.
Yeah, but that's-
You're
that's
smooth
different. I mean,
talking.
that's
You
hot,
light some
but
candles. You put on the chainmail bikini.
Somebody gets the sword.
Yeah. First
into
one to be
it.
First
Don't
one to be
forget the
penetrated
polish.
loses, or wins.
There are no winners in war. I don't know.
When you
Knock,
play the game
goblin.
of bones, either you win or you die.
Or you just get boned.
Lord of Bones.
Cody, you should read the Gideon the Ninth books. I think you would
I've-
enjoy them.
I think I've been waiting to pick up a new audiobook, so I might do that soon. But
Yeah, I
unfortunately, Hunter has given me first dibs on whatever my next audiobook is. So
Hunter, tell him to get Gideon the Ninth. If not, like I do.
What is this
highly
arrangement that we have?
recommend
I know,
getting
Cody,
the
that
audiobook. The
Hunter
audiobook is extremely well done.
up there.
no, he's down
Down
there.
Big
there.
fangirl for it.
Oh, he's up there.
You're
not down there.
you're over there.
You're up there.
I'm
Spatial reality.
I just
The
gotta
arranged-
point down. Mine's super easy.
Yeah. it's
Hunter's
pretty
over there.
Where? I didn't even
No, I'm right here.
Joker's down there. Hunter's over there.
What? Yeah. What was this?
Over there. Hunter there.
No.
This audiobook
you
arrangement.
You've just been telling me to buy books for like a century, so I figured that the next time I go to read a book, you should have first dibs on what book I read.
Oh yeah, because none of you ever read
You
books.
should
I know
read.
Chris does. But Nate and
You've
Cody.
never recommended any books to me.
Fucking-
Well, no, Nate.
Wow.
Nate and Cody are
Big-
just illiterate.
Big rude.
Oh,
You should
Yeah.
read the Mistborn
But-
series by Brandon Sanderson.
I have read
That's
Mistborn.
That's a
an
popular one.
endeavor, though.
I mean, Brandon Sanderson lives here.
He
So,
is
It's
fabulous.
everywhere. He is.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Really good
doesn't
book.
like I think
It's not
Orson Scott Card.
my- Yeah, he does.
There are a lot of authors that live in Utah and Salt Lake specifically.
Oh, I
It's
thought
Post
I
Malone.
thought she meant that he
Ooh.
like lived
I
inside
like
her,
Skulls.
like you know,
The
Jesus
35.
lives
Arsenal
here.
Skulls.
They are 35 skulls.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm copy and pasting the promotion where I can.
Is that Train T Cinco? Is that the correct?
Oh,
You know
cool.
what, Chris? You know what, Chris?
I
I'm
can't
into
do
you.
some of the
You're-
others. So.
You're that girl. You're a cool person.
I don't know where that came from, but thank
I don't
you.
know. You said you're into something. I don't know. I'm into all
Yeah.
of you guys.
I'm into
Rad.
Skulls.
You're not
That's what
allowed
I was
into me.
into.
My girlfriend's very defensive about that. I'm not in.
It's true.
I'm not in the
she
same
freaked
kind
out
of.
because he said something about underboob shading.
That was very funny.
when
Yeah.
looking- yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was very weird.
That was so funny.
It was so funny.
Wow.
Not
There wasn't so
allowed.
much shading.
That's the Lissa special. Just not allowed.
You know, you gotta make the girlfriend happy.
I want to read Junji Ito soon.
I do like Junji Ito.
Dude, you
should
should.
do
Have you not read
Fire was great.
I just
And
forgot. Give me
Tomy.
1 second.
Whatever.
Tomy is
It's
good.
Tomy.
Uzumaki is
That's the one I was. Yeah, Spirals.
a
Yeah, Naruto.
masterpiece.
Naruto Uzumaki.
Yep.
If you're wondering, yes,
No.
I do.
And it's spelled the same, right?
It's all
Means it's
'Cause I-
clearly the same thing.
Because isn't the whole thing with Naruto is he's got the damn thing on his back that's like.
I don't know.
Uzumaki is how.
Yeah,
the-
that's Naruto's last name.
Yeah, man.
I'm using.
I mean, that's the
And-
title of
and-
the Ito story.
And his whole outfit is he's got the spiral on his back.
There's another really good one that I read years ago.
Hellstar Remina is amazing.
Everyone that
also
we
like,
just shouted out owes us money. Now, by
Yeah.
the way.
I also like Rick Riordan because I'm really into like mythology,
Oh, he's good.
Specifically Egyptian mythology.
He did, yeah. He did
Yeah,
all
what has he
those.
done? I know the
He
name.
did the Kane Chronicles.
Well, so his first books were the Greek ones. It was
Yeah,
like
he did the Magnus
Lightning
Chase.
Thief, and then
No,
Percy
well,
Jackson.
That's Percy Jackson.
I'm going back to the lab because.
that
I
is
gave
by
it a
Rick
discount.
Riordan. Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
he did the Gods of Asgard.
yeah.
There was a whole series on that. And then
House
he
of
did
Hades.
the Kane Chronicles, which was all Egyptian mythology. He's super
I have
good.
to
I like
look
his
the
writing style.
entire game.
He's very good.
I've read any of this, but I know the name for sure.
All right. Well, here we are. Just talked about a bunch of really good books, and
Here we are.
That's what we're doing today.
yeah, we're just
Book club.
We're
Welcome to the
looking for
Scarlet
books.
Sash book club.
don't tell the
Yeah,
don't tell this
amazing.
don't tell the Zwiehander people, but we're actually just gonna have a little book club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kidding, 'cause
First
we're going on a book hunt today for Celine. So
first
it's
book we're
fun.
gonna cover is the Zwiehander RPG.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight is all about going to find a book.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
true.
So everybody, if you could turn your Zwiehander RPG core rulebook to page 745,
Oh goodness.
But
we
it's
will
692
Uh,
pages.
I know
What
it's not quite 700 pages long.
What is the theme of action AP description? Charge 2, charge at movement X2, add 1d6
Wow.
fury die to
Wow.
damage.
wow.
What is
Yeah.
it? What does that mean to
really
you?
mean?
What was their motivation
Yeah.
when charging?
And including this in the story.
You know, you're just so smart to think of that.
So, moving on from this wonderful mock book club that we've started, we are Fiends and Friends here on the Zwiehander RPG channel, producing a show called Scarlet Sash Stories in
We're
partnership.
The fiends. You're the friends.
Yes, that's sort of how everybody has decided that we are the fiends and all of the viewers are the friends, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
be the
a
friends.
fiend.
The fiend.
Be the fiend you want to see in the world.
Yeah. What was the little saying that we came up when we were coming up with the title was like, Fiends and Friends, where your friends are fiends and the fiends are also fiends or something like
Yeah.
that.
We came up with about 12 really good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Usually
remember.
we get
That's
to be part of
buried.
that.
Where your friends are fiends and the
That's
fiends are
very-
killing you.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Something something Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that sometime.
So yeah,
Gold.
this is episode 15 of Scarlet Sash Stories. And for tonight, we will be playing until 1 o'clock Central Time. And so we will have about 2 hours of game time, and then a break, and then another 2 hours of game time, and then we'll be done. And what else? Any concerns for safety tools or anything like that anybody has? We've been using the Entreat the Darkness tool. Usually try to check in before every game. I think I've forgotten the last few times, but
Generally stay pretty consistent.
oh yeah. Yeah, and this group of people has been playing together for a good amount of time, and so we're pretty well aware of each other's
Don't worry, I got all of that on my system earlier. I pushed all Cody's buttons before the session.
True.
Yeah, so I am Hunter Nedland. I am the game master for Scarlet Sash Stories, and I am joined today by 5 wonderful people who I consider friends for some reason. Starting from the top, we have Mr. Nate.
That's me. I'm Nate. Everybody knows me because I play Celine Herzog, the Unpredictable. And I do nutty things, and I'm crazy. And last time, my book shot out of my hand because I finally channeled my powers for the first time when something bad happened. And of course, it's like, hey, this effect happens. Launch an item in your hand 3 miles away. Well, there was only one thing in my hand, my book. So it's gone. And that's what we're doing tonight.
We're getting it
Poor
back.
dear.
Bullshit. I almost jumped off the ship.
It's true.
Poor dear.
So below Nate, we have Topher.
Yo, I play Hart, the Dwarven Sellsword. He's a bit of a dunderhead at time, but he's got a good heart.
He is a good heart.
That's pretty much it.
Can't believe you
Damn it,
just said that.
Below Topher is Cody.
Hi, I'm Cody O'Hare. I play Lillian Eldora, and she is sort of the new wolf priestess of the group here.
I think your girlfriend's about to lose her soul if she turns around.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't. She'll stay that way for it. She'll walk out back.
Just back out of the room. Next to Cody, we have Chris in the middle bottom.
I'm Chris. I play Nabeen, also known as Nab, who is a halfling dragoon.
And finally, we have Ignacio in the bottom right.
I'm Ignacio. I play Nesgrim Brittlefist. She's a frail dwarf, vigilist frail dwarf. She loves punching people. She started a underground fighting club,
Yeah.
and gambling. Then, fun times.
Lots of good times. Yeah, so very briefly, let's zoom out a little bit.
A punchy
yeah.
dwarf with the last name Brittlefist. It's my favorite thing.
Our wonderful players provided this globe on our maps page.
You did a great job with that, guys.
So yeah, to briefly recap the last 2 episodes. The gang arrived back at the fort after completing a mission, and we're basically actually, because my son is still downstairs, I will have someone else do the recap real quick. So last 2 episodes, someone else take the reins, and I will
Lillian Eldor.
and I will
everyone.
appreciate.
Oh man, let's make Chris do it.
I don't remember enough to do it. I'll do the next
Oh.
one.
Okay. Wait.
Shame.
The next. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Um,
next time we play.
Okay. So yeah, we all arrived back on a mission to go and hunt some more beasties. And when we got back, we did a bunch of downtime activities. You know, I worked with my cats and my congregation, butting heads with the captain a little bit. Celine is continuing her continued efforts to sleep with the captain of Fort Bodeswell, which doesn't seem to bode well for her very much when the captain's wife found out. Um, in
There's the letter.
addition to that, we had
I
some
love that.
more
too.
sexual tension between Hart and I believe Masha. We had some great parading of the would-be mantises by their new trainer, who just screams at them, and they're like, "Yeah, we love it. Give us some more." She got some better guns for it, though.
Masochists, all of them.
And as Nacho said, we have an underground fighting ring started with some underground boxing and gambling and all sorts of troublesome stuff that we've started. But we did all of this only to find out that perhaps the woodsman, sort of a CIA undercover, can do no wrong in the government's eyes sort of individual, has figured out that perhaps if we head to where the doctor's lair, perhaps a sort of a forming villain in our adventure, figure out where all of these mutated orcs came from, that maybe we could figure out some additional details, collect some intel, maybe put a stop to it, and get back, and maybe we could earn our freedom a little bit faster. We all agreed to the suicide plan. Was something there, Topher?
So I just want to point out real quick as you're doing this that we, as a group of criminals conscripted into the military, have now started our own religion, a fight club, an underground fight club, and we've got one member that's messing with the occult and profane evil behind everyone's back.
We don't speak
we're
about
a
Fight Club.
motley crew. I just want to point that out.
I mean,
We don't talk about Fight Club.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
First
first
You
rule.
don't want to talk about
First rule
that.
of Fight Club. We don't talk
We
about
don't-
Fight Club.
We don't talk about Pugilist Club.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm just trying to do some evil deeds and do the nasty with the capty.
Yeah, who isn't trying to do that?
The next thing we know,
everyone
that
else.
Celine's gonna open a brothel. It's coming, guys. I'm just letting you
Ooh.
guys know.
Very exciting.
Hell yeah.
So after we found out about all of this and our suicide mission, we all agreed under the pretense that if we're able to do this and we get out alive, that we all earn our freedom and maybe we go our separate ways. Maybe we stick around and get actual ranks in the military. Who knows? But we set sail on an airship along with some other Scarlet Sash friends that we had made a few weeks back. And amidst the takeoff and the travel, we encountered some freaky flying beasties. What are they called? I think Nate
They were
knows.
called fodderlings.
I came up with a
Fodderlings.
different name for them. What did I call them?
Flying mouse
Demon
butts.
babies.
No,
Demon
that
babies.
wasn't it.
I just called them babies.
I called them froglers or something. I was like, is it a
Oh,
frogler?
Those are the dang things from.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the things from Adventure
Yeah, I
Quest.
called it
Frogs
a
are-
frogler.
Yeah,
The
frogler.
Frogzards.
That's hilarious.
Bunch of these flying mouths and butts came at us from another ship that seemed to be possessed of maybe some malintent. And as we closed in on this ship, we fought off all of the fodderlings. We saw that the ship was being run by some sort of orc captain pirate, and we blasted the crap out of him, blasted the ship out of the sky, but not before Celine lost her book. Considering magic in this world is in some ways considerable or comparable to something like a weapon of mass destruction, we figured perhaps it's in our own best interest if we go ahead and recover that and don't allow, I don't know, a harpy to gain the power of magical sentience and rain terror from the skies. It could happen. So we're currently landing down to the earth as close as we can to where we think we're going, and we're going to try and hunt down this book amidst the waste, behind enemy lines, closer to the fallen star than we have ever been, where magic is everywhere, mutations are very likely occurring at a breakneck pace, and we need to get that book, get the hell out of here, and then get back on track as soon as we can.
Did we get the loot from the one orcs that we killed and fell to the earth? I know we went down because Celine said we should go, but I can't remember if we actually grabbed it.
You guys have not found
We
his
just-
body yet.
Yeah, we just landed.
Okay.
Yeah, so where we left off last time, the ship had just touched down, on like moored to the ground by ropes and stuff, having vented some gas.
Okay.
Just
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and so it's up to you guys now to determine like the away party and who's going to stay with the ship and what all you're looking for. We did sort of vaguely detail on this map here, if you zoom in real close, the little like almost like crosshair kind of thing is where the book is. And so we, I don't know if you guys mentioned, but Celine is sort of intrinsically linked to her spell book, having nurtured it all of her life, pretty much.
Yeah, it suckled at her teeth.
Yeah.
And
so
it has a mouth. It's very disturbing.
it's kind of weird.
It does have a mouth. Like a Necronomicon.
And so she's able to, through the winds of magic, basically locate where the book is vaguely. And so the group knows a heading, and as they get closer, presumably Celine will be able to pinpoint it more specifically. And so that is the goal for this ground sortie out of the airship, get the book, get back, and get to Pertswell.
As a great captain once said, "We have a heading."
Exactly.
Did he say that? Did he say that?
Yeah, I mean, I like that movie. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know what movie, so.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Galaxy.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah.
This is classic. Galaxy
Yeah,
Quest.
Of course, of
Same
course.
thing. Really, they're the same movie when it
Same
gets
movie.
down to it.
Yeah.
That was such a weird movie.
Wait, no. Yeah.
That's the one where the people, like, the aliens look like humans, but they talk really weird. Or am I thinking of a different one?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're like,
The one with Alan
we
Rickman."
want to.
Don't they have all the lines on their heads? I think it's something else.
I don't remember.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It had Sigourney Weaver in it.
Yeah, there's the
Gone.
fodder link.
It was weird.
Yeah, so now we're on
that's
the
like cursed image.
we're on the airship map, or the airship room. We've got the
Are these ancient Mayan tokens or fortune coins?
yes. So these are the fortune, and you can actually we have misfortune as well. I can grab one of those so you can look at. Oh yeah, Cody didn't get to see those because he wasn't part of the interlude story.
I saw them the other day, and I assumed that's what they were, but we
Yeah.
never used them.
Yeah, you guys didn't. But
Could you have used a
we
fortune
didn't,
to
we didn't piss
undo
Hunter
the
off
channel?
enough.
no, because what you can do with a fortune point is set a dice to 6, and so if you
Oh, it was
did
already
that,
6.
it would cause a chaos
Yeah.
manifestation.
No.
And so this is the very Zelda-ish evil moon misfortune token.
Ooh, that's Gammon. That's the knockoff version. Not Ganon, is Gammon.
Gammon.
Gammon's the
He
first
has
NPC.
really nice legs.
Gammon's the first neutral NPC you run into in Orgrimmar.
Look at them gams. Is that true, Topher?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody kills Gammon. Because he's in the inn and he's neutral.
Yeah, he's that like random Tauren, right?
He's that random Tauren in Orgrimmar.
We've
Yeah,
been
everybody
blessed
kills
by
them just
muse.
'cause.
Oh, we have a token for Nesgrin, actually, don't we?
Do we have a token for Muse?
You have a token for me?
Chris.
Did we? Or did we never do a token?
Her
We
name
never picked
is
one.
Mrs. Nesgrin.
Every time.
It's the
Jesus.
best.
Okay, we don't have a token for you.
Oh,
So what we had you as this red circle for the session that you were gone. Yeah, so everybody, you guys you're on the airship, on the ground. The landscape again is like rolling hills with sparse forest. So it's not it's not quite the same as the farmland areas that you've been trekking around in, just to the north of Lumerlin. But it is more forested and less ideal for farmland just because of the hills and stones and everything. And so you guys are approaching the northern coast, and the landscape is slowly transitioning. And so Rosette has put the airship down in a nice clearing. Plenty of line of sight from the airship to any sort of approaching. If anyone were to try and approach the airship, people on board would know ahead of time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, here on the boat, you've got the 4 bros from Fort Favor. You've got our 5 core sash bearers, and then you've got Rosette, who's a square, and first mate Colic, who is a different colored square. And so that is the extent of the crew right now. Nobody died, but Borwin, the halfling bounty hunter, got nearly gored to death by some of the
You mean the halfling circus performer?
yeah.
You got fucked up.
He got significantly injured.
They
and
gave
is-
him the old trippy do and torrent and
yeah, still recovering, and so probably will need to remain on the airship. So he's this yellow one. I'll move him up. But so of your available people, what do you guys plan to do for this recovery mission?
Well, it's Celine's quest, so I think Celine should determine who our teams are.
I like that.
Agreed.
I mean, I
Go
feel
for it.
like they should be fine here by themselves, and just us 5 can do it. That
Okay.
was kind of my thinking.
Because that would put 5 able-bodied individuals on the airship, with Borwin being the 6th wounded one, and 5 of you guys out in the field recovering the book.
Unless someone
but-
wants to stay back on the ship, and then I could frickin'
Yeah, but
Do we
is
have
someone-
someone in
yeah,
Navarro?
but is Among Us Silver Surfer gonna help us? That's the real question.
Someone's
Jesus.
beautiful art. Yep. Babies are sus.
Put Among Us in the tags.
Yeah, that's what we're playing.
Jesus.
You're dead.
But yeah,
Well, I'm
first
gonna
this-
follow Lillian. So. You know.
Oh yeah, we should address these changes
It'll
real quick.
happen. It'll
Well, no,
happen.
just like mechanically.
Oh, okay.
Celine, having spent a lot of her experience points on extraneous things, has not
Shut up.
quite developed
Setting
her second
I'm
class
setting
yet.
up.
Heart has officially become a, what is it called? Sworn guardsman or something?
It is.
I think it's just oath sworn, isn't it?
Nope.
Or-
It is.
What's Thorn?
Blade boy.
Blade Boy.
Yeah,
That's
Blade
it.
Boy. That's it. That's the one.
No, he's a Jedi. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, sorry.
I am officially a. I've picked up the advanced class pledged guard.
Pledged guard. Yeah,
Oath sworn, I think, is a different one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one
Lillian
of the extra classes.
has picked up the Winter King disciple person. What's it called?
Yeah, it's the White Wolf.
The White Wolf. Yeah. So dedicated herself wholly in body and spirit to the Winter King.
Phew.
Um,
Oh, wow.
Nab, I don't know if you've quite picked one yet, have you?
I haven't.
Okay, so Nabeen is available to advance to a 2nd class, but hasn't decided quite yet. And finally, Nesgrin has graduated from being a simple raconteur to a full-on pugilist, giving her much more punchy power.
Ooh.
Vote in the chat over what you think Chris should make her character's next class.
We
Do
could
it.
we could
I
do
like that.
a prediction, but unfortunately the prediction would have to be one
A week in
choice.
the making.
Well, it would have to be like one choice or the other, because it can only be technically like a
Oh, it's
yes
one of
like a
two.
yes or
So here's a
no
better one.
question.
Yeah.
Will Nabeen live long enough to pick her next class?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'll have it next week. So
Fucking
hopefully-
yikes.
I'd be really surprised because all of you still have your 2 get out of death free points, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Because all of you
Yeah.
started.
Our
You,
fate points.
yeah, you started with drawbacks, which gives you a second fate point.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm debt-ridden. I don't know how to bargain.
yeah, which will prevent you from being slain! Exclamation point! Should that occur. You can also spend fate points to avoid injuries. So if you were to take a particularly debilitating, grievous injury, you could spend a fate point to avoid it. But yeah, so you've doled out the away team and the home team. Thank God none of you have decided that you want to mix, because that would be just a huge headache on my part. And so
Change
the
your strategy, Celine. We're making this shit too easy.
I'm not really
Um,
worried about being slain because my character is literally immune to moderate and serious injuries, so it's
yeah,
fine.
which is very dumb, by the way.
If you catch fire again, we just die that way.
Fire was a very significant threat.
Oh my
I
Uh,
would, yeah, that's true. I would literally have to go like all the way to grievously in order to take an injury, though.
yeah,
Which is very cool.
that is very nice.
But that, yeah, when you both got set on fire, that was very funny.
That was a fun time.
All right. So, what is
It's when things started to change in Heart's mind because he
Yeah.
almost, saw the white lights.
He definitely tried to die.
You got demons in your blood.
You saw the Minas Tirith.
Yeah. So, on the map here, this distance between, that circle is where the airship is landed. And again, the crosshair is your goal. The distance looks very small here on the map. And of course, I haven't actually included a scale in terms of like how many inches are a mile or whatever.
Yeah, where's the banana?
Banana for scale. Here, we'll do a banana for scale real quick.
I can't with you guys.
Banana.
White.
Yeah, but how big is the banana?
Oh, is that white? Is
Yes!
this yellow?
He's colorblind, Nate.
Colorblind
Give him a
loser.
How's that? Is that a yellow
Doesn't
banana?
have a face.
That is yellow.
It's
That
fine.
is
It's
better.
fine.
Jeez.
Yeah, but see,
It's
you
not
haven't given
fine.
us
I'll fix it.
You haven't
White
given us
bananas?
the actual
What?
scale of the banana. So how many miles is the banana now?
It looks like it's about half a banana from where you guys are right now
That's not a scale.
to the
It's
To the
like you've
book.
never used a metric before,
No,
Topher.
yeah, come on. See, this banana
Why do you
is
think
3.
Americans don't want to switch to metric? We don't have
Yeah.
the bananas for it. They
Yeah.
don't grow in our climate.
This banana
Celine's
is
like,
about.
I think it's about a half a banana that way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, would that surprise you?
Nothing would surprise
Nothing
me.
about Celine surprises me.
She's unpredictable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so from Celine's assessment in the Winds of Magic, it'll be a pretty good trek to where she last sensed the spell book, and from where you guys are at the airship. And I do want to point out that the enemy airship, you actually didn't down it. It was just in a perpetual loop of turning left in a circle above you. And so when you look up in the sky, you can see it just slowly
Yeah.
carving this loop.
I mean, we want to board it, or they want to board it and like loot it or something. I don't know what they'll find, but
And then there is the idea of finding the downed bat orcs.
That shouldn't be too hard though. He's in this general area, and
Yeah, so you guys put down pretty close to where you killed him, and so that would be just a sort of search party action to go out and see where he crashed through the trees.
Can I use witch sight for a bonus to that?
Yeah.
He's got witch stones. So.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. First roll of the night. Let's see how
I'll
we're
help.
starting off. Oh, you're gonna assist with the.
I'm gonna assist your incantation.
Probably a good call.
I'll hold your hand.
That's so cute.
Pretty good.
That should actually be like. I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, you don't have any.
It should still be a 63 rating though. Okay, that'll
do it.
So, which sight as I put on my blindfold?
Yeah, so the two of you, peer into the mists of the winds, and you're able to basically see the very strong magical signature of the downed orcs guy, not too far from the clearing where the airship has been parked. And it's actually, coincidentally, on the way towards where Celine last saw the book. And so you see him sort of to the northeast of you a little bit, which is in the direction of the spell book.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys, I assume, is there anything particular or specific that anybody wants to do on the airship before you disembark and go?
I'm pretty sure I'm stocked up on my
darts.
Silver darts.
Lillian, who
She's
just
just
brought these
exhausted.
Yeah, and so everybody can assume that you have the ammo, like 20 shots or whatever, your armor, your regular weapons. The airship itself was stocked pretty well with.
We have our medical stuff too.
Yep, you've got your soldier's kit, which has the smelling salts and everything. And I know someone used one on Celine, but there's plenty more in the storage on the airship.
You can't use one again for a while though.
Yeah, you have to wait. I think it's 24 hours before you can be affected by it again.
Until we rest, she's gonna be.
Yeah, so Celine is very winded. Practically.
Look, I took down that fucking orcs captain almost.
Yeah, you did excellent. Yeah. So who?
I will grab. Is there any bolas? Bolas? Bolas?
Bolos? Or-
Simple ranged weapon like.
Oh yeah.
Bullets.
Sure. Yeah. BOLAS, right?
Yeah, BOLAS.
Yeah.
Bolas.
Sure. And if not, I mean, you could easily make some with rope and something heavy. So you can have some bolas. So who is gonna lead? Almost always Celine has been the sort of guide in terms of wilderness travel, but
I'm real bad at it.
yeah,
I'm gonna attempt to unless
Celine's
someone tells her no.
Celine's not feeling great. It's pretty evident to everybody.
I'm the only one with survival, right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
I
matter
could
now.
assist someone else, so
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
assist
even
with
if
survival.
They don't have it.
Yeah,
it's just the person assisting has to have it.
Survival. That's literally my worst stat. So you guys don't want me to do it. Perception. I'm awful.
I can do it. That's pretty.
I could do it.
and do it with +10, because you guys know.
Monet wants to do it.
Yeah, you guys
Celine's
know
just
where
gonna-
the fallen
Celine's
guy
gonna
is.
backseat frickin' survivalist.
She's like, no, don't go that way.
Not that way, you dipshit. Ugh.
Nesgrin can go ahead and lead.
Okay. Well, plus 10, right?
Yep, plus 10. Because you're sort of following the indication in the Winds of Magic that they...
Ah,
God.
come on.
Alright. Nope.
Good work, everybody. So
Off to a
the
wonderful
Sash
start.
Bearers set off from
In the
the
wrong
airship in the right direction, but end up going. The way that I picture it is you're like trumping through this kind of like lightly forested area. Celine and Lillian kind of trying to guide from where they last saw the the wind's signature of the dead orc sky. And then at some point you all stop and you're like, okay, well, where are we now? And so Celine and Lillian hold hands again very cutely, peer into the Winds of Magic, and realize that you'd actually gone past where the guy had fallen into the forest. So you tromped a little too far and have to recorrect, backtracking a little bit.
Can't I just maintain the witch site and find it?
You
I thought this was for the book.
Oh no! You guys. I figured you wanted to go to the body first.
because it was on the way.
Yeah.
I figured it was relatively
If you want to
close.
maintain the witch site, you will have to roll something. Basically, you will risk taking peril as you're walking through the forest blindfolded, being led.
Back me.
I don't have to be blindfolded.
Oh, is someone willing to carry Celine?
I can carry
Celine's
Celine.
down for a fucking piggyback ride.
I mean, I can carry her easy. I'm still just slow, but I'm strong. I can put you
Sure.
on my shoulders.
Hell yeah.
You're
Celine's
tiny.
like,
You're
mush.
just like-
Yeah, so Celine riding on Lillian's shoulders,
Buster Blaster.
yeah, Heart and Nab and Nesgrin in tow. Celine blindfold on, just sort of like peering into the winds, pinpointing the location of the fallen orcs. Every so often, a branch like whips you in the face or something that you can't see. But yeah, you don't.
This is a glorious day indeed. Now you must look up at me. Stop.
She
Careful,
says
you'll
that,
knock
just,
you'll
like,
knock her
grabs the back
unconscious.
of her skirt and jerks her off of Lillian's shoulders.
Don't bully the poor thing. She's already lost her only thing she likes in the world.
There's other things I like, and she'll like pet her rat.
Yeah, the little rat guy. But yeah, so
Like
you
the
guys
captain.
come up on
And the
the
captain.
fallen body of the bat orcs. And it's a pretty dramatic scene because he has like sheared a hole through the canopy of the trees where he fell through, and so there's like like rays of sunlight coming through where the branches used to be, and he's laying in a tangled mass of leathery bat wings and strong orcs limbs, in cracked branches and leaves and everything. Clearly dead, not moving, not not alive.
Text to Sack.
For
And Celine
now.
will shimmy down and dig in and start looking for stuff and pulling at the witch stone that's embedded wherever.
Yeah, so actually upon your first cursory like examination, he's laying on his back in this like pile of broken branches, sort of wings at odd grotesque angles and everything, and you can't immediately see on this side where Witchstone would have been embedded in him.
Oh. Heart, flip him over, please.
Yeah, Hart, give me a quick athletics.
Okay.
Because this is a big boy, and he is
Big-
dressed
Big boy.
in so like pirate,
Tonight, boys.
yeah, like
Can
pirate
anyone-
get up.
Can anyone assist me with flipping him over?
I have I have a small gremlin on my shoulders.
I scrambled off
Oh, okay. Then I'll help.
because she was ready to get the witch stone.
I think I can help. Let me see. Oh, I can't help with athletics.
Anyone have athletics that can help me
think I
push him
do.
over?
Let me
No,
double
I,
check.
Nesgrin does.
Are you new to this game?
I don't
I
have
think. Yeah, he does not.
Oh,
Okay.
I do. I can help.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you also fail, you will both suffer the penalty, just as a heads up. Not that it's going to be anything hugely significant, but...
Ooh.
yeah, because.
Oh.
Yeah, so you both
Doing
will
great, guys.
suffer, and I would be surprised if this affected either of you. 5 points of physical peril? I can't imagine that that's higher than either of your peril thresholds.
No.
Yeah, so you both work together, you flip the guy over. It's pretty hard, seeing as that he's tangled in branches and extremely heavy. And as you finally roll him over onto his stomach, you see that in between his shoulder blades, there is the desiccated, almost skeletal, tiny little body of a bat that has been punched through by this giant shard of witchstone in, like, through the bat into his spine. And you can even see the sort of pulsing, like, not pulsing, but like emanating, like, veiny growths that caused him to grow the bat wings on his back.
It's
Ugh,
just
this
like
is
the
disgusting.
spider horse. And I'm gonna grab it and yank it out.
Oh.
Yeah, give me a resolve test real quick.
Wash your hands.
Just a regular resolve.
Yep.
Watch Celine just drop unconscious.
37.
All right, yeah. So you are well versed in the effects of witchstones. You
Of course I
As
am.
you-
I've handled it multiple times.
Yeah,
Or
so
no,
you,
just
like-
one other time.
you grab the witchstone, and again that same, like, almost like your consciousness bleeding into it sort of thing happens.
Oh yeah. That's
Um,
just,
And something very strange happens just for, like, the briefest split second. You, like your hearing just, like, amps up 1,000%. And as you're, like, holding this witchstone in this guy, you can hear, like, farther than you ever believed possible, like the cicadas in the trees 200 feet away, the scurrying of, like, a little rat in the undergrowth, like, way off in the distance. And just for the briefest second, you have this, like, amazingly heightened perception, and you yank it out, and it fades just as fast.
oh, that was cool. Okay.
Yeah, and so it'll pulse in your hand, almost sort of inviting you to like channel your emotions into it.
Yeah.
Ouch! Don't do that.
There.
You should wrap that in a cloth.
She just tosses it in her backpack.
She's like, it's fine.
Good enough for me.
Yep.
Is
Just
there
don't
any...
want that touching your hands for too long. You don't want to get all spider horsey.
whatever.
It's fine.
Not like it's jammed in my body.
Yep. Not yet.
Gosh. Besides, witchstone is used in alchemy all the time. So if you ever drink a
Yeah.
potion, it's probably been witchstoned.
I mean, yeah, but there's like treated witch stone. It's not like you're just like crushing it up and snorting it. That's a whole
You
different
don't know
thing.
that.
It's a good idea.
I do
Ah.
know that. I have a little
ideas.
bit of understanding about this.
Clearly not enough.
I got you the Alembeck specifically so you
hope
wouldn't
she's
do
not
that.
Snorting it. You
Yeah.
hope.
Scratching her ass with the fucking
Oh
witchstone.
my god.
Did he have anything else of note on him?
Yeah, so he's got, like, like airship, like crew attire that's clearly, like, way too small. It looks like he like tried to like stitch two vests together so that they would like fit over his body.
Oh my God.
And he does appear to be trying to like emulate like pirateness.
Yeah.
And so he's got like a big sword that was scabbarded on his hip and a pistol. But nothing like magical or, you know, particularly like special besides obviously his body parts, which are heavily mutated.
Does he have
Um,
an eye patch?
Take his pistol and throw it in my bag.
yeah, you can take the gun. He didn't have an eye patch, unfortunately.
I want to tear off a piece of his wing. Also,
Yep.
is that bat still intact, or did it crumple like the spider did?
When you pulled it out, it did crumble like the spider. It
Okay.
like you know, in-game Marvel blow in the wind sort of thing.
I'll take a chunk of Orc's bat wing, just like break off where it's like mangled at one point.
Yeah, and you can feel like the corded muscle that supported this leathery wing. Yeah, and oh god, cat. 1 second. I didn't want this giant cup of water to get spilled.
We're doing co-op.
Darn
Cat
cat.
smack.
That's not our call.
Oh, you guys can't hear that. Good.
The
So
child,
yeah,
we
yeah,
can do
he.
that.
Oh, did you hear him say it's not our
Yeah, we
fault?
heard him.
Yeah,
Occasionally.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when you roll him back over just to give him once over, and you notice that he did have big protruding canine fangs, like a vampire bat as well.
I'll take those too.
I figured you would want those.
And the
Yep.
tongue will just.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Under
need
the
his leg
eyes.
anymore.
just like fully dismembering this guy and putting him in your backpack.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Celine comes back from the trip. Her backpack is just dripping blood and feet are sticking out of
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I got him, guys. We can go. You got the whole orcs in there? Yep.
Backpack's
messy,
bigger on
but
the
I did
inside.
Yep.
Yeah, so then you found the dead orcs. Are you gonna just like leave him there, proper burial, burn him, move on,
Proper burial.
Them.
eat him? Yeah, I mean, always an option.
Eat their heart and gain their courage. Their tasty, tasty courage.
Could. You know that
Yikes.
is at least partially how it works.
That is true. If someone wants black mass, cut them open.
That's grody. I'm out of here.
You have
We don't need none of this.
seen Corona harvest black mass from a similar heart before.
Maybe we should burn it in that case. We don't want a dog coming up eating this and turning into some demon warg.
I'm
I
more.
don't know that.
Maybe
What?
Celine
Maybe
does
I
want
want
that.
a pet demon warg.
You don't get a pet demon warg.
This is bullshit.
Even untended fires burning in a forest is also a bad idea. Just
Yeah.
throwing that
Who
out
said
there.
who said
Heart-
untended?
Hart is sitting there just kind of contemplating, and he goes, If this happens when the orcs eat it, what happens if I eat it?
That's an
Don't
excellent
know.
question,
You should
Hart.
find
You
out.
should
probably
find out.
turn into an orcs.
We could cut it open and we can get you some.
No, we're not gonna feed Hart the heart of an orcs.
I think this is an excellent
Why not?
idea.
Heart's curious. Let him. You should explore your curiosity.
Well, I'm not an orcs. Isn't an orcs eating the black mass to become something more?
Yeah, and so you would become something more than Hart,
Like
which
a
would be
You
an
You
orc.
would become.
Like a full-size
super
person.
dwarf.
So
No.
instead of being a
You have
greater
to eat
orc,
a dwarf Hart.
you would be a greater dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could be a flying dwarf.
Yeah.
You know how there's like
No.
jumbo shrimp?
No,
Possibly, maybe.
we would have to take that witch stone and a bat and shove that into your back if you wanted to be a flying dwarf.
Which we could do.
I don't think you would. I don't think it would feel very good. I've got to say.
You would need to find a
Probably
new bat.
Probably not worth the trade-off.
You don't know that. It might be worth it.
I know it might
Hart's
be
always
worth
wanted
it.
to fly.
Yeah, I mean,
We were flying. We were flying not 10 minutes ago.
No,
But not of his own
flying.
means.
yeah, yeah.
If the ship
Instead
was
of
flying.
Flying.
If
Well-
instead of putting bat wings in his back, why don't we cut both arms from the orc and
Oh.
make them too hard?
Yeah,
so
like a
now
Goro.
He will be a 4-armored dwarf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Then I
idea.
could hold.
Then,
Then I could hold 4 swords.
That's
yeah,
true.
Or two-
then
two
eat the
really
black
big
mass to be
swords.
stronger.
Yeah. Each of those,
All right,
each
so-
of the arms on that orc is like as tall as Hart, so he could like walk on them too. He could like knuckle walk on these arms and like
Oh my
hold
God.
his sword
They're
in his legs.
anchor arms.
Yeah,
Together, dwarf strong.
yeah, it's true.
Are there any like trenches around here? Like some doesn't have to be deep, but just like some like rocky hole in the ground or something.
Hit me with an awareness plus
Oh
30.
Jesus! Why do you want me to do this? Oh, plus
Plus
30.
Yeah.
That's not that
Because
bad.
you're in a forest, so there's gonna be stuff like that. I just want to see if you find it.
Okay. I really
Is
want
that a
hard
good
to
match?
eat it.
That is a good
Oh,
match.
just barely.
Yeah. Yeah, so you actually find not too far away it looks like one of those like a horseshoe switchback where a creek had like flowed and then it cut off, and so there's like a nice thin ravine in a curve shape, and you could instruct your companions or aid them or whatever
Yeah.
in dumping
Help.
the body in there.
Help me dump this body in here. I'll put it to the torch and we'll be on our merry way.
Heart still wants to eat.
No, you're not. I'm taking a firm stance. No
I
one is
veto.
eating the orc's
So-
heart.
So
So,
why are you cooking it?
so Hart,
I'm not using salt and pepper.
so Hart thrusts his sword into the heart of the orc's
Okay.
back
Yeah.
and pulls it out.
Yeah.
What?
Um,
Oh, the sword or the heart? It's
the
not
sword.
skewered.
The sword.
Stick on the
Is
tip.
there any black goo that gets on the sword? The tip of the sword?
We'll say yeah, there's like a little bit.
All right, so Hart picks that up in his hand and is looking at it, like up close to his face.
No,
Do it.
don't do that.
You know you want to. You can be a better fighter with it. It can make you.
Or you could go insane.
I'm gonna
It'll
make
make
ask
you more
Hunter
cunning.
what the black goo does.
So it like as you're holding it, you can just almost imperceptibly, because it's like a very small piece, you can see it like writhing, wiggling, kind of like probing and expanding across your finger, just like Celine's greater black mass does.
Heart.
Nap's
I
gonna
don't know if
rest
you
her
remember.
hand on one of her pistols.
It's just gonna
Heart.
brain Heart.
Heart. I don't know if you remember this, but I gave some to that rat, and it got smarter and bigger.
Heart
Yeah,
has always
you know-
been a little insecure about his
Hart
dunderheadedness.
looks over at Celine, just kind of stares at her for a second, and then
Do you
looks
not
back at
remember the
goo.
horse-tipede? The cow-tipede?
Yeah, cowtipede.
I'm down.
That's what that'll
different.
do
They were
to you.
dead. They were dead. Heart's not.
Yeah, but you don't know that that's better. It
That's
could
why
be
we
worse.
have to find out.
So
Art
so,
is an experiment.
so Hart touches it to his tongue, and immediately looks disgusted and flicks it down at the ground.
give me, let's see.
Ooh.
Your mind
What
is
is-
brainwashed. You lose your character.
What is an appropriate? I want it like a reflex.
So that'd be
Coordination.
Dex.
Give me coordination. Just a flat coordination test.
God, I hope he fails it.
A black pillar leaps from the blade.
Ooh, that is a
I
crit
crit
fail.
I crit failed
Way
it.
to go.
So you
Yes!
you touch it to your tongue and you make kind of like a gross face, and it like wriggles free, and in your mind you have the briefest sensation, like almost like a like a PTSD flashback memory, as this little tiny black mass just immediately like spreads across your tongue and sort of wraps around it and disappears under your tongue, dissolves in your saliva or whatever. And you, for the briefest second, picture the spider nymphs that were hooked on to the tongues of the spider zombies back at the spider orcs farms. As you feel it sort of like spread across your tongue, down your throat, and then the sensation dissipates as it dissolves away. But you are too slow to retract it from your mouth. You go to like throw it away and your fingers are empty, and even if you try to like spit, it's just like regular spit. There's no solid to it anymore.
I'm so proud of you, Hart.
So Hart spits a few times on the ground, and then he goes, "Oh, that's good. It just kind of like dissolved."
Do you feel different? Do you
No,
see
I'm fine.
different? Does
I'm
anything
fine.
sound different?
No.
So he's like taking notes on a piece of bark or something because he doesn't have her
I want a
book.
witch sight to see if I can notice anything from Hart.
Sure, yeah.
I think it was just too small a piece. It just kind of died.
Maybe. Or maybe. Ah, damn it, I failed.
Yeah. So you
She's gonna
look
try
at
again.
yeah, you can try again.
I was gonna say I could basically just keep trying till something horrible happens.
Yeah.
Just succeed.
I'm in my cold basement.
Oh my god.
At least
This
you're.
is very impressive.
This is at least you're
So
getting them.
Celine's just like getting really frustrated, like, what the fuck?
Yep. Too tired to cast magic.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Okay.
Finally,
the
the
fourth
witch sight
time's the
kicks
charm.
on. And you turn to Hart after, it was probably like 10 to 15 minutes of trying to get your spell to work. And you look at him and
It
there's
takes that long.
No,
but-
we were just sitting around waiting for him.
yeah. And you don't notice anything particularly noteworthy about his presence in the winds. Every living thing, especially when you're like right next to them, has, like a swirl or eddy or whatever in the winds of magic, and you look at
But
Hart.
nothing sinister about
Yeah,
it.
you look at Hart and you're like, oh, it's just, that's Hart.
Yeah.
I've seen that 100 times.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, if you have diarrhea or, you're peeing blood or you feel different at any point, you should talk to me. So.
Oh my.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, so you torch the body. Lillian, you guys, I assume, like throw some dry sticks down there with it. Light it up. And
Chris tries to push me into the fire. All that
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
she's
only way
just-
to get the demons out of your blood.
She's just walking around
She's
behind
like
you like
pointing the
this.
gun at your head.
So,
like-
so let me get it. You were all, oh, he's got demons in his blood. He's got demons in his blood. Now he literally
I
has
was gonna say,
demons in
he
his
might
blood.
actually have demons in his blood
mean-
now.
What better way to get rid of other demons than to
Do you
introduce
bleed
new
different? Can we
demons?
cut you?
You walk up and cut Hart's arm.
No, I asked. Do
I
you
know.
bleed different? Can we cut you?
What? No.
Oh. You sure? Just a prick.
So I wonder how well I'm
Yeah, you are. Oh, wait, that was
very
in
funny.
game, sorry.
Hey, you're so alive.
I love this. All right, so are you
Lane was excited.
gonna try and I guess we'll let you keep your witch sight, and you're gonna climb back onto the Lillian Express.
Yes.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands first.
No.
You're not getting
No.
up there until you wash your hands.
That's fine. She'll wipe her hands off on your pants.
No!
There, they're
Knee you in the
clean.
face. Just knee you right in the face.
Don't be a bitch.
I care about my appearance.
No, you don't.
Pants,
Just
Lily.
let me up there.
I hope they're
I'll-
not white.
I'll hold him like a cat.
So she weighs enough that I don't think that
66 pounds.
yeah, that wouldn't be necessarily super feasible.
It wouldn't be comfortable.
Yeah.
With
Maybe
2 arms, you could probably do it. Yeah. Because 66 pounds, you have to be pretty strong to fucking hold that out straight forward or whatever.
It would be.
Lily,
I would say you could do that for like 10 seconds, and then it would be too heavy.
it's an exercise. I'm trying to improve my
I was
athletics.
gonna say, if even that, because she's gonna be flailing and
Yeah,
kicking.
she's like, God, put me down.
Alright, now!
Heave her into the ravine.
Now I'm
Put her
dirtier
face-
and it's your fault.
Put her face to the fire. Yeah, you remember this?
That's
I
messed
do,
up.
and
Isn't it?
come after you.
That's psychological torture right there.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is.
that's
I love that for you.
all right. Well, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
Yes.
The group continues trekking onward. Who is rolling? So actually, Celine, give me incantation for pinpointing the flickering candle flame of your book at a distance, and someone else give me survival for navigating to that waypoint.
Do I get a bonus?
Right now, no.
Okay.
There's your
I'm not good at-
survival.
Good job.
Alien,
I'm not good at
give
any
me
of
your
this.
strength.
I'll navigate.
To incantate, I can help
Yes.
you incantate.
Please do. I rolled so many 90s tonight. It's
There we
so
go.
bad.
32.
I know
Yeah.
how to incant.
That's a critical success.
A 32?
No. That's-
33, bro.
You
Be
rolled a
32, you only changed
92.
the- Yeah.
Oh,
it-
never mind. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I'm
Change
drunk.
the first number.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
thinking of
was-
the rating.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys look at the other
I
one.
was staring at the rating.
Oh.
So yeah, you know, I assume Lillian eventually lets you back up onto her shoulders, and
Yes.
you guys are leading the way with heart behind. I picture Celine just like finger straight ahead, like this way,
Finger
no that
compass.
way, no this way, no that way. As you know, looking
Wait,
through.
spin in a circle.
Yeah, like wait, stop. All right, circle. Okay, now I know. Because it's slowly growing larger as you approach, but still a very small,
Yeah.
you know, like flickering tiny connection that you have with this object. And so you guys are trekking a good ways through this forest, broken up by a few clearings and creek crossings and stuff like that, but nothing particularly strenuous. Until obviously Celine doesn't notice this, but the rest
right now.
the rest of you in the material plane, you all essentially stumble into. Well, actually, let's say, give me awarenesses for everybody who's not Celine.
Boy. It's about as close as I could expect to get.
Yeah.
Thank
So. Oh, nice.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So Nabeen and Nesgrin, you guys catch a whiff of death, and you hear flies buzzing ahead, and basically as you guys are trekking forward, you know, the wind shifts, a breeze blows in your face from the northeast, and you two catch the very familiar smell of dead something ahead, and you hear the sort of wayward droning of flies as if there's some sort of carrion or something up ahead through like a, you know, screen of bushes or whatever that you would pass through following Celine's mark.
I smell death up ahead.
What do you mean?
up
Smells
to
fine to
those
me.
bushes.
Yep.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, don't smell
The magic don't show anything. We're fine.
it. Yeah, and so yeah, everybody is willing to, or everybody is able to determine how they want themselves or how to advise the group. If Lillian and Celine are just going to press on ahead with Heart.
No, I mean, I'll. Well, we should be more cautious than that, at least to a certain degree.
And
We're just
hear
gonna
some
find-
buzzing.
My
We're just-
sash around my face to cut down on the smell.
Sure.
Some.
And as
We're
you
just
guys
gonna
are getting closer,
Find your book buried in the head of some poor
just
animal.
a dead deer.
It's like a deer just with a book sticking out.
Makes it better.
Yeah. So actually, Celine knows that you are not there yet. You are not
Yeah.
quite on top of it.
Should we just go around, or should we investigate this?
Hear some buzzing.
Does it sound like normal buzzing?
It sounds like flies, and all of you,
Okay.
as you stop, you smell it and you hear it at the sort of discretion of your companions, and it appears sort of, again, these are not perfectly like specific senses, smell and hearing, but up ahead of you, sort of looks like there's probably like a small clearing or something through this dense undergrowth of like bushes and brambles and everything, and that is where, you know, the flies are coming out of, going into, and that's sort of where that breeze had wafted the smell towards you.
Well, someone can go scout it out.
Heart is resistant to seeing gross stuff.
That's
Like
true.
bodies and stuff. Heart, you go check it out. Let us know.
All right, I'll go check it out.
We'll stay close by if you
I'm
need
gonna
us.
move towards the sound of the buzzing.
Okay. And so Hart, you push through, you know, a few scrapes of brambles, branches, and you come out into what was clearly a camp of some kind. And actually, let's change our music real quick. It was a camp
heard music
before.
Camp Crystal Lake.
The music is really quiet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was music playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me neither.
Like I said, it was really quiet.
I was listening to it.
Or do you
It
guys
feels
have
like
yours?
RuneScape
You
music.
guys have yours all the way up?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did before, and I could barely hear it.
I can hear it. Like
Now, I can hear it
I have
now.
my-
Yeah, I turned
can
that
hear
one
this
up a
one.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Hart, you see what looked like, you know, there's like 4 tents. There's obviously like what was a campfire, a little cart set to the side, and
This music
there
is perfect right now.
are bodies
How
scattered.
many bodies?
From your quick estimation, about 10.
How many tents?
4 tents.
10 bodies. Men, women, mixture,
Men and women, adults, all human.
clothing.
Looks to be some kind of military, you know, like armor, uniform. They've got swords and stuff. And you notice from the one closest to you, the most striking thing that you see from the body that's almost at your feet when you come through this, this, what is the word I'm looking for? Like windbreak, you know, undergrowth. There is a sword laying on the ground next to this obviously dead person, but they have no hands. The hands are gone.
The
And as
whole arm or just the hands?
the hands, so like from
So is there like
a little bit of
torn
wrist.
off, or is it like a clean?
You can
Cut, or-
can bend down and look if you want.
Just
Yeah,
for-
I wanna investigate like the
My knowledge was
missing
this-
hands.
Everybody has their hands removed, or just this one?
As far as Hart knows, it's just this one.
Okay.
So I want to examine this one first and see if they're ripped off or sliced off.
They appear to have been ripped off. It's not a clean cut. It is just, you know, where, you know, the tibia
Right.
and fibia would meet at the wrist. It is just, looks like it had been pulled off.
Do I see any other individuals with missing hands or feet?
As you look around, every body you can see has no hands.
Do I see the hands anywhere around the clearing?
This entire
I see
camp
body
is
parts.
handless. There are
I know
no
who did it.
There are no hands. anywhere.
I know who did it. It was the hand burglar.
It's the hand burglar.
Get out.
The sword. Anything particularly interesting about the sword?
Looks military make, probably standard issue of some kind. It appears, I should say to you that you know that these are not Lumerlin soldiers. You immediately recognize that it's not people from your... Did I forget to loop that?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Oh, the music.
These are not Lumerlin soldiers. They're not sash bearers.
With my time as a sellsword, do I recognize the outfits?
Tosk? Is it Tosk? Is it Tosk?
Give me a plus 20, like, education or history or...
Chris, you just go ahead and add to your notes that this is Tosk soldiers.
There's no history. It'd have to be like folklore.
Folklore, that's what I wanted.
Folklore?
Yeah,
Okay.
folklore or education or
I
something.
don't have education, so it'll have to be folklore.
Yeah, hit me
Go
with
figure.
a plus 20.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so you recognize the insignia and colors of the Empire of Tosk. Dark gray, emblazoned with gold. And these are all dead Empire of Tosk soldiers in their camp.
So, it's a light, like a short sword, or is this like a big broadsword type thing?
It's a one-handed sword, like an arming sword kind of thing.
I want to grab the arming sword and one of the insignias to bring back to the group.
Okay. Yeah, you can find like something that has the insignia, like a necklace or whatever. And yeah, so you head back to the group and report your findings. And how does everybody?
I'll head back and show them the Tosk insignia. I'll explain that it appears to be an encampment of Tosk soldiers that were all slain gruesomely. All of their hands are missing. Everything's dead. Probably 10 soldiers. And I show them the sword and the insignia that I brought back.
Well, it makes sense. It's probably a contingent that they sent out to try and recapture the land, just like we're doing.
But the missing hands was weird. All ripped off, not clean cut.
I want to picture a world where that isn't weird. Oh, the hands are gone. It's fine. It happens all the time.
In a world, all right, hear me out. In the world of Fallout 3, you can collect hands if you're a bad guy.
Oh yeah, you can get that trophy perk.
You sell them,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
And if you're a good guy, I think you take ears.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, but
I
yeah,
explain all this.
that's
Would that
We should try to see if...
kind of...
Oh, sorry. Go,
I
Chris.
was going to ask if that MO would be familiar at all to me.
No.
Ripped off
Even
hands.
even
Yeah,
from
I would hope not.
yeah, like your
This is a-
experiences in the military and your campaigns you've been on and everything, you don't remember any instance where you were like, oh hey, like here's a bunch of dead guys with missing hands. That is not something that has occurred to you before.
Okay.
we're gonna
Oh, we
find
should-
some orcs.
I think we should go
I
and
do
try
check
to see if we see some prints.
Sure.
I can go back and check, but it's a pretty gruesome sight. You guys might not.
Yeah,
want to see it.
I can go with you.
And
Tony
everyone
wants
is
to go.
allowed to go. It is
I'll stay. I'm good.
Wayne will go.
sure.
If you need me, let me know. I'm gonna be back here taking notes on what I think's going on.
Yeah, so
Idea number 1. This is the Lord of Hands. He is an orc that is obsessed with. Idea number 2. This is an orc's bounty hunter, and he is taking hands as trophies in some sort of fucked up, doesn't understand what a bounty hunter is.
it's fair.
Number
This is
3,
an elite.
Handipede.
Number 3, it was the llamas with hats who
Yeah.
Oh
had
fuck.
a
That's
craving
true.
for hands.
Ate his hands.
Carl!
That
God.
kills people.
Number 4,
No.
this is an elite group of
They
sword
had-
fighters that to make it easier to their opponents to fight, they cut their own hands.
Ah, yes.
These
So
are
the
the
hands before they died, the hands weren't there. That's a
yes.
good.
No,
That's,
they never had them.
yep.
Oh god.
They
They
just
had a craving
they
that only hands
Wait,
could satisfy.
wait.
hold the
No,
sword.
these are the great handless troops of the Empire of Toss.
Oh,
their
no.
greatest fighting force.
Oh,
They
no.
fought with blades in their mouth.
They stuck the hilts of the swords
Yeah.
into their arms.
We're
Oh
in-
God.
We're in grave danger.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the three of
If
you
you
who
ever lose a hand, Nacho, this is the idea.
that's a good idea. Yeah. The three of you who don't have that that talent that Heart has, yeah, indifference. If you have indifference, this doesn't bother you, but if you don't, you will need to roll just a flat resolve.
I make the argument to get some sort of bonus to it just because I have been in wars and
Sure.
such.
Yeah, you can give you a +10.
Okay.
This is sort of
You could assist her.
I made
I
it.
mean, bloody corpses with missing hands is a little bit more than most people would see, I would think.
and
I don't know. Is it worse?
It's definitely different. But you all succeed, so no issue there. But yeah, so as you walk among the camp, it was clear that, crime scene construction in your guys' heads, something fell upon this camp, and they were aware that they were being attacked, because some of them have, either were trying to run from the center of the camp, or had weapons out, or something like that, had put up a fight, but they were unable to overcome whatever it was. All of you give me an awareness.
It's Dyatlov Pass all over again.
I made it.
Nice.
I made it.
Instead of the tongue, it's the
I made
hand.
it.
So, Hart, when he was describing it to you, was saying how sort of upsetting and bloody the scene was. But as you guys are walking through, there's actually not a lot of blood.
And gruesome, not bloody.
Oh, sorry. So you notice that with all of these dead people, the only sort of blood markings on the ground or whatever are where the hands had been removed, and even then,
New idea,
There's
Cody. It's
a-
the goddamn hand vampires.
there's a suspicious lack of blood
Is it time for me
all
to
over. Yeah, you just you're looking around and you're like, man, there's certainly a bunch of dead people and not very much blood on the ground or around. Go ahead.
Can I inspect one of the bodies more closely? and look for,
Absolutely.
like,
How do you
any
want to do it?
marks or anything? She'll basically start taking off clothes and armor and whatnot to check she'll start with exposed places of
Okay.
skin or whatever, and then if she can't find anything, she'll start removing everything to look for some kind of marking
Okay.
or wound where they could have lost their blood.
So, as you are disrobing this dead individual, you see on their wrists where where the flesh is still there, and on any exposed skin there are some scratches. Looks like some kind of maybe clawed animal, perhaps. But the most telling thing that you notice is that when you roll them onto their back and begin taking the tunic and brigandine off or whatever, the person's neck is mottled with extremely dark purple, yellowish, greenish
Suction marks.
bruise, and very obviously in the shape of a 5-fingered hand that strangled this person to death.
No, it is the hand bandit.
But even still, like, they'd still bleed. Can I, like, attempt a folklore to see if I've heard of anything like this?
You can attempt a folklore.
Someone come tell me so I can attempt a
Can
folklore.
I assist?
Yeah, you can
Let's go
assist.
Just a base 0.
Yep, just a base 0.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So you rack your brain,
So you know nothing.
trying to figure out like what on earth is going on here. And it occurs to you, you remember from your studies of the arcane and your understanding of magic and its various applications, something tickles in the back of your mind about a spell that had the component of, and I don't remember the specifics of it, but I think it was like the severed hand of a saint or something like that, that if done wrong can cause the hand to animate, kill someone or strangle someone. And this is giving you that kind of vibe. This weird, like, and if you go around and we'll just say that you looked at all the other bodies and that sort of thing with this critical success, all of them had been strangled to death by some hand force or some kind of individual. Killed all of these people via asphyxiation, and it even occurs.
That's like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, like this, I think. And it even occurs to you that somehow, I'm trying to see how to say this, that the lack of blood loss could probably be attributed to a hand being clamped on the throat when the hands of the body were removed. So like something was holding the blood, from flowing with all of this pressure when these people were mutilated.
Spell gone wrong, huh? Interesting.
Is there like a fire?
There was a fire, yes.
Is it still hot? Cold?
No. It appears that this event happened hours ago, and the fire has died off on its own.
Only hours?
Something like that, yes. Like between 8 and 20 hours ish in there.
While Celine is investigating all of that, I'd like to kind of search the camp and see if I can find any written orders or anything like that
Okay.
as to why they were there.
So you do find in the wagon, or like the little cart that was next to the camp, there are chests and things like that.
Loot?
And you find some documents that are written in Toskian, which you give me like an education or a folklore like +10 to see if you can translate Toskian.
Does it matter that I don't have either of those?
What would you have that would be relevant?
Folklore doesn't require you to
Yeah,
know
folklore
it.
doesn't have to be trained.
Scrutinize might work.
Scrutinize. We could do scrutinize.
So.
You could do gamble and just see if you know.
Yeah, just like, I think it says this, and the paper's like, you're right.
I feel like if you don't know something, you should always be allowed to just roll gamble instead.
Just gamble on everything.
And what did you say the modifier was?
+10 for your experience.
It just reminds me of, once again, using Fallout and just like rolling like the random luck things that will show up.
That was a bad roll.
Times to be like that.
Is that true? Does it be like that?
Yeah, so you do find very official looking like scrolls and documents and stuff. But on first glance, you're like, I don't know what this says. It's written in Toskian. It's structured in a way that's unfamiliar to your military background of how Lumerlin would format their documents and everything.
Take them anyway.
Hart asks if he can take a look at the.
Absolutely, I'll hand them over.
Sure.
to him.
And besides the documents, you do find some money in the cart. You find provisions. You get the impression that these guys, sort of as Lillian assumed or suggested, were out here on some kind of mission from Tosk and fell afoul of some kind of force or something that ruined their day.
I'm
Putting
gonna
it lightly.
take the
What I-
money
what
and tell everybody about the provisions in case anybody wants to stock up.
Sure.
I want to stand near one of the bodies and see if I can determine the flow of combat.
Oh,
by the
okay.
Footprints.
See like what
If I see
happened.
that if it's only his footprints or
Sure.
another set of footprints fighting. So
What do you think? Warfare or scrutinize or
Warfare, if you have it, would be the best. But if you don't have that, I would suggest scrutinize maybe.
Sure.
I don't have warfare.
Well, I could assist.
But
with
I
that.
have scrutinize and I have like simple melee to know how to fight.
I would
It
say
should
for
work.
the information that you could gather, scrutinize is more appropriate.
Okay. That
Yeah, just flat.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so you so you're gonna suffer peril, and I'm trying to figure out why you would suffer peril.
He trips.
Yeah, as I say,
aside
like
from
you
the door
trip
from
and
a
you like
body.
fall face first, like right next to a like severed wrist, gory scene or whatever. Alternatively,
You are putting together a story in your head, and the story you make is so frightening that you refuse to believe that it could be true.
actually, I like that a lot. So what happens is you are scrutinizing, and you suffer 7 peril, which is like hardly anything. So you're like looking at this one person, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what happened to this person. And you can follow their like boot tracks back to the tent where like obviously something like startled them or attacked them in their tent, and they came running out, drew their sword, got a few steps away, fell to the ground, and presumably never got back up. And as you are like looking and really getting close to like the boot prints and everything, you notice, and this sort of begins to freak you out a little bit, in the dirt and dust of the camp, the ground of the camp or whatever, a bunch of like really weird tracks. And they almost didn't look like tracks to you to begin with. But it's like little circular indentations in the dirt that follow the boot prints of this person running away. And there's like a lot of them. And as you sort of like stand back up and survey like the whole camp, you begin to notice these little circle like prints or indentations all around where all these dead people are.
Like a centipede.
So like not
Huge.
that it's not pointy though. It's like dull little like things in the dirt all around all of these people.
It's just a swarm of hands.
And in Nesgrin's head, you begin to picture hands.
Getting out of their arms and killing everyone.
Just popping out on their own.
Yeah, like
Ugh, that would actually
Walking.
be pretty terrifying.
walking on the dirt and strangle everyone and getting out and strangle more and getting out, strangle more, like that.
That is a fairly accurate description of what you are picturing. As you
Creepy
stand
as
up
fuck.
and you're like, "Oh my god, like
God,
something
Their hands
strangled these
killed
people."
them.
And it looks like it was hands.
their hands. They were
Their
killed by
own
their own
hands.
hands.
By my very own hands.
Can I do an incantation check to see if I know the spell that would use the
Sure.
Saint's Hand? Alright. Come on, baby. I made it.
Okay, 1 second, because I do need to look this up. This is one that Eric's character had when he played with us.
Oh.
Um,
Or at least that he wanted to get, because I assume it's not a generalist.
It could be. If it went
I think it was.
sufficiently bad.
I think it was one that he did want to get,
Yeah.
because he was an astrologer. Astromancy.
Aren't we all? An astromancy.
I thought he was looking at like necromancy.
I think he was looking at necromancy. Let me look at that real quick.
I remember back
Here we
when I
go.
was necromancy.
Brush with death, a hand of a murderer held in a bag. So you are sort of surveying the scene, and you're really like you're getting in tune with your teachings and learnings of magic. And you were like, I swear there was that spell in sort of the darker side of arcane magic where you take the hand of a murderer and you can use it as a weapon to basically attack people. And so when the spell works, it basically like overwhelms somebody with negative energy, dealing damage and knocking them prone. And if it fails, the hand is imbued with the sort of discharged magical energy, bringing its murderous intent back, and it will come back and basically attack the caster or one of the caster's allies, strangling them and then crawling away.
Jesus Christ. So, is
So-
there a mage around here then?
This went super wrong somehow.
And you also notice, sort of as you're surveying, you're looking around and you catch a glimpse of your book off in the distance. And immediately you realize that it's moving away from you.
The thief hand took the book!
My book! And she just tears off.
So you're pretty close. Like you had made good progress as you were coming up or whatever. And you notice, like I said, in the Winds of Magic, your connection to your book, it is getting smaller, moving away from you.
Oh, so it's not like visual, it's like more sensing.
It's like a visual thing. It's sort of like metaphorical visual, like you can feel and see it. Yeah.
You've got that one ability, the dark sight from Hunt.
Yeah, kind of like Hunt, Dark
Yeah.
Sight. And so you can tell it's moving away from you. It's not going like exceptionally fast.
Like someone's walking with it.
Something
or
like
someone
that,
is
yeah.
Glover. Someone's glovering it.
and
Glover is
you
an amazing game, sir.
He's got the book. He's running really fast. It just.
Yeah, and you realize that now that you have gotten closer, that you are close enough to sense that it is now moving away from you.
Time for the true final boss.
We need to hurry up. She'll say
Cool.
that quite loudly.
I will hear you from the other side. Which way we going?
Towards the book. Because it's moving away.
All right. Do I need to come into that area, or can we go this way?
Assume you can go around.
Cool.
Yeah, you can go around.
I'll listen
Lillian
to the
can-
sound. I'll follow you.
Is there anywhere for like valuables around here where they might be stashed or something?
In the cart would be where they would keep
I already
everything.
took the money.
Yeah, and so Nabeen had searched it and found documents
Wow.
and money and
Unless someone
provisions.
tells Celine that, Celine will check too.
Well, I tell you guys about the documents and the provisions, just
Yeah.
not the money.
Okay, that's fine. Celine will
There
look
any-
for money in the cart.
The armor better than
He doesn't
leather?
really want his book that much.
Yeah, there would be
Oh,
some
I
armor
do.
better than leather that you can snag.
Can I
What
use
is
it?
the one right up from leather?
Brigandine.
Brigandine.
Was it
Brigandine.
Brigandine?
And that's
Okay.
the only one, and that's the last one before it turns into
Yeah,
heavy,
that's
I
the
think.
last non-heavy one. Yeah,
If
so
there's
these.
another set of
Would-
Brigandine, grab that for me.
Would there be anything I could scavenge as well?
Are they all wearing
Armor-wise?
Brigandine?
Yeah, they were all in Brigandine. They're all
fuck
pretty well equipped individuals.
Fuck. I imagine they can't probably carry all of that and get people out of it. I probably have to go help if I want it, huh?
That would be the assumption, yes.
All right. So I make a resolve check?
Yeah, resolve. And yours is just flat. Yeah, you succeed. So you walk into the midst of this horror scene. And it's revolting and sort of disgusting, but you hold your own against your feelings.
I've seen a cow tapede once
Are
or
there any
twice in
little
my life.
magical ingredients in the cart?
There are not, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's almost surprising.
So can I wear the Brigandine?
Yes.
Yeah, is there stuff that we can? Okay. fit?
Unfortunately, there are no gloves.
Oh yeah, do they have tiny dwarf
Wow.
Brigandine armor?
Because
Because they're all human.
Yeah,
Or does
I
he just
would-
cut it in half?
I would say that the two of them would be able to patchwork themselves some useful Brigandine from what's available.
I already have Brigandine.
Pretty soon I might have to give this up anyway. I need to relook at the old skin trait.
Oh yeah. I think you have to
don't-
only wear the wolf pelt.
But then I can't remember if it actually gives me any armor.
I think it counts as fur.
I'll need to look at it again. Because I don't see that. I might be thinking of something different.
So yeah, the group re-equips themselves, and I assume Celine mounts up, and you guys continue your pursuit, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
So this would be the perfect time for a short bio break. It's 10:43, and we can reconvene right around 11ish. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Jeez, are you gotta go poop?
I really need to pee, and have
No, I
needed
Been
to.
going 15 minutes.
Oh,
Take 10.
well, I need to check on Liam and everything as
Yeah,
well.
You're fine. I get you. So.
Is this?